Good evening, everybody. Got my cranberry juice here. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Let's get this thing on the road. Want to say hello to Lynn Martin. Thank you for stopping through, Lynn. Got my light back. Good to see Brother Hardy Bell. Always a pleasure, my friend. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming through. Go ahead and get this thing on the road, guys. You ready? All right, let's get it. If it's going to be, it's up to me to fulfill my dreams and possibilities with dedication and motivation to inspire thousands from all nations. When times are tough and breaks you down, just smile with toughness and rebuild from the ground. During tough times, adversity is a lot. Just remember, time flies, but you are the pilot. Good evening, folks. Thank you for joining our Monday Motivational Power Talk. I'm Jay Hunter Lee. We do this each and every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is it, folks. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have had a prosperous weekend, a fun weekend, and I expect you to have a prosperous week this week as well. So what I want to talk to you guys tonight, I don't have any announcements to make right now, other than the fact I got a couple of more deals, 2 more deals to make that we're in line for right now before we can start our mega city project. We're building a city over in Egypt. Good to see my man, Evan Miller. Always a pleasure. Before we get this started on our mega city project over in the Egypt regions, we're building a mega city over there with the largest amusement park, the world's tallest building. I mean, we got stuff in the mix, folks. We have 10 royal families over in that part of the world that's who are our investors for this project. And it's a mega project too. I mean, mega project. I mean, we got artificial intelligence stuff that's going to be implemented in this city. It's going to be a smart city. We're talking about stuff, that technology that you guys did not know exist. Literally, you guys did not know exist. You didn't know that there's technology out there that can kill a virus just by you breathing in the air of that atmosphere. We have that technology. All of that's going to be implemented in the city, folks. It's going to be a world-renowned city. It's going to be a place where people want to come and see. We're going to have submarines that can take you across the Mediterranean Sea from Libya over into Greece. Folks, we have a huge, huge project coming, man. So got 2 more deals that I'm working on to bring these people on board with the project. Once those deals has been solidified, we will be, well, first I have to go over there and get everything set up, office space, offshore coded business accounts through PricewaterhouseCoopers, things like that. So once all that's done, we get started with our project. So I'm very, very proud of that. Here's what I want to talk to you guys tonight about. I want to talk to you guys tonight about the power of no. The power of no. No meaning no. N-O, no. Okay, this is what I want to talk to you guys tonight about. Now, mind you, we're starting to come out of this pandemic, but here's the thing: we never should have been in the first place. Mind you, hey Gail, mind you, listening to Dr. Fauci, he wants to be honest with you, I believe he wants to keep us in a pandemic. And I gotta share this with you, folks, as I begin to talk about my topic tonight, which is the power of no. It's very important that I share this part before I talk to you about my yes, yeah, you finally caught me live. So it's very, very important that I talk to you guys about this before I go into my topic of the power of no. You guys have to read this book. There are a couple of them out there, but there's one book there's a book called The Deep State. You guys really need to know who the deep state are. Okay. You guys need to know who the deep state is, who they are. Dr. Fauci's part of it. And let me tell you something about me, folks. I tend to find information out there. And when I say find information, I'm not just talking about Google. I have people involved with my project that I just can't release. Just can't release. Okay? Can't release. I'm on an NDA. There are certain things I just cannot say. And there are certain things that I know that if I shared it with you, you would drop your jaws. Your jaws would just go in total disbelief. Information I've seen myself. I'm in a lot of meetings with world-renowned scientists. Most of them are involved with what we're doing over in this city, building this city. But I'm not here to prove nothing to nobody. I know what I know. Just keep watching the moves that I make. That's most important. I don't need to prove anything to nobody, but just keep watching the moves that I make. And the moves that I make is countering what I know what's getting ready to come and hit y'all in the ass. Just believe that. Okay? And believe it or not, it's not the people you actually hate. I'm gonna put it that way. It's actually the people that you love the most that's getting ready to hurt you. But you won't question them because you love them. You won't question them because you love them. That's what systemic racism is. Gail said I'm right, because she know what I'm talking about. Gail know what I'm talking about. So what I'm sharing to you folks is don't just question the people you hate because the media told you to hate them. You need to question the people you love, because the people you love is only telling you what they want you to know. Period. Period. This is not hearsay. This is not conspiracy. These are people who are deeply involved, with some of the stuff that you guys supposed to know that you're not being told. Let me just stop that right there, because I'm not going down that rabbit hole. But just know that the project that I'm involved in, that has, and as a matter of fact, some of the people who sits on the board of our company's financial year, 1, 2, 3 of them are former presidents of the United States that sits on the board. So I see Goldie Perry put up question marks. See, Gary, Goldie, I have firsthand information that you would never, ever see in your lifetime. And I'm 30 plus years younger than you are. So it's not about age, as me and you and I had this conversation about a week ago. It's not about age. It's about your position in life, where you are, who you in connecting with, who you doing business with. So as I say this, folks, just know for sure that what you think you know is only 12% of what you think you know at 100%. What you think you know is only 12% of what you think you know at 100%. Only 12%. And when I say 12%, let's just say I'm going to give you a sentence. Let's just say I'm going to give you a sentence that says, the rabbit went down the rabbit hole and found 2,000 cases of carrots. Okay, I'm giving you an example. Listen to this. The rabbit went down the rabbit hole and found 2,000 cases of carrots. Here's the 12% that the media is going to give you. The rabbit went down. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's only the 12% that's only the 12% that the media, the biased media is going to give you. See, these people ain't journalists anymore. They're activists now. They're activists for an agenda. And I'm independent. I'm just not talking about the Dem. I'm talking about the Republic. I'm independent, folks. I don't follow parties and groups, organizations. That's never been me. But let me say this to you. That's the information you're going to get. The rabbit goes down. That's it. They're not going to give you the rest of it, which is the rabbit hole and found 200 cases of carrots. They're not going to give you that. They're only going to give you the rabbit went down. That's it. And then you have to base your opinion, and you think it's facts. You go, oh, this is fact. This is fact. Man, that is bullshit. The rabbit went down. That's all they gave you. And you live your life based on 12% information. Why? You won't pick up a damn book. You won't read it. You won't pick up a book. You won't read it. Good to see Stephanie Wynn. Good to see Stevie Woods. So you won't pick up a book and read something. So as I say this is this information I'm giving you based off of my information in terms of when I'm telling you guys that we're building a city over in the Egypt regions. It's a smart city. And the information the technology that we're using is going to be geared to counter what's getting ready to happen that you guys are going to experience sooner or later. Now, I hope you guys got that. Let me go into the topic of tonight. And because this topic is very, very important, coming after what I just shared with you about how the media is treating you guys. The topic tonight is the power of no. N-O. No. Why is there's power in no? It's not power because you've been rejected. It's power because no is equivalent to the resistance that makes you stronger. Why am I going over this topic? Why do we have this topic? Let me just share that with you. This with you real quick. Why are we having this topic? We're having this topic because here's why. If this pandemic ends, let's just say this, you wake up tomorrow morning, October the 6th, and this pandemic is over. Let's just say that. You're still going to be at least another 18 months in a recession, folks. At least another 18 months. See, just because the pandemic could be open does not mean the recession is over. There are companies right now who've already been hurting. American Airlines have laid off 19,000 people. 19,000 people. I've been told United is laying off about 19,000. The power of no. What do you think those employees are going to face right now? I don't care who you blame the economy on, the pandemic, Trump or previous Obama or the deep state. It doesn't matter at this point. We've talked about the deep state. But I encourage you to get the book because it's not all Democrats that's involved with the deep state. Some Republicans are involved too. So I'm not biased by any means, folks. I'm going to give it to you raw. So you're going to be in this recession for at least another 18 months. That's at a minimum. That's at a minimum. America, $23 trillion in debt. And let me just also share this. The people that is financing this city The people that is financing this city project, this smart city project that we're building over there, they have enough money to take America out of this debt, just like that, just like that. That's the kind of money they got over in them Arab regions. We're building what is called in the city, included in the city, we're building what is called a Silk Road. If you don't know what a Silk Road is, I highly encourage you to look up Silk Road. It's a road for trade. They've been trading ever since the earlier years when Greece, China, and Egypt, they all used to have a Silk Road. They was trading. You see, what you guys don't understand, places like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, those places like that, they've had 5% of their wealth is from oil. 5%. Y'all didn't know that. Look it up. 5% of the wealth out of Dubai is oil. Just 5%. The rest of it is through trade. Yeah, I'm telling you, folks, know your shit. So I'm telling you the power of no, because guess what? You're in a recession. You got to bring yourself out of recession. Don't sit back and wait for the freaking government to bring you out of a recession. That's your job. You have to do your own research. Listen, 2 men looked out from prison bars. One saw mud, the other saw stars. You got to bring yourself out of recession. Let me give you an example of that poem I just shared. I'm going to tell you this poem again. 2 men looked out from prison bars. One saw mud, the other saw stars. What does that say? One saw an opportunity, hope. The other did not. They're still in the same, they still have the same circumstance, same situation. Let me give you an example. In another 5 years, Amazon is going to be looking to deliver your packages from drones. They're going to have what is called warehouses in the sky. Look that up. Warehouses in the sky. What is a warehouse in the sky? It's blimps full of packages. These blimps are going to cover certain areas. And in those areas, within those areas of people who have ordered packages, those blimps up in the sky, they're going to have drones drop from the blimp down to your property, to your home, drop off your packages, and that drone is going to fly back up into that blimp, into that warehouse in the sky. Now you have two delivery drivers. 2 delivery drivers. One of those drivers says, man, they're going to come up with this technology. Now, if you know this five years in advance, why aren't you doing something about it now? You see what I'm saying, folks? You see the mindset transformation that needs to take place. So if one of those drivers who delivers packages for Amazon, one of them says, man, I got my kids to feed. Why are they going to do things like this to take my job away? I got bills. Let me tell you something about bills, folks. And I posted this quote this morning. A wise man said it a long time ago. He said, nobody cares about your bills but you and the people you owe. So here's the moral of it all, folks. As one guy says, delivery driver goes, man, I gotta feed my kids, my bills, my wife gonna leave me. you hear these talks, right? You hear these talks, it goes out there. My wife's gonna leave me, this and that. Oh man, I'm gonna be homeless. I got mortgages. But guess what the other delivery driver says? He starts thinking, he said, so this is where they're going. I think I need to start saving up money so I can go to a school, a pilot school, so I can learn how to fly a blimp. I need to go to a toy store or whatever and learn how to start flying drones. So that second delivery driver is starting to think of new ways of how the business is going. See, I said this before, folks. I said this before, folks. Thank you, Stevie. I said this before. It's one thing to see all the way down the street. It's one thing to see everything all the way down the street. That's what your vision. Not your vision. That's what your sight. But if you use your vision, if you use your third eye chakra, You not only that you can see down the street, but you'll be able to see down the street and see around the corner. See, when you have vision, you can see down the street and see around the corner. That's what's called a visionary. Understanding where the economy is going. Understand where the economy is going and understand where technology is going. You see, folks, the economy is not even equipped to keep up with technology anymore. Technology is changing so rapid, and I covered these things in my book, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life. I cover these things. I talked about the ages and how the ages work. And between each age is always a recession. There's always a restart period, a reboot period. This is not just a reboot period right here. This is this is not a natural recession right here. This is a man-handed recession we're in. But it still works just like any other recession, just like any other depression. So the power of no. You're going to have to get yourself out of this situation. Don't just sit back and wait on the government to give you anything. They're not going to give you anything. I don't care who you vote for. I'm serious, folks. I don't care who you vote for. It don't care if Trump, Biden, Biden get too sick, Kamala Harris take over. It don't matter. You still responsible. You are 100% responsible for what goes on in your life. And until you recognize, until you accept that, you're going to find yourself forever depending on somebody else to do for you what God has created you to do for yourself. But God has already created you to do for yourself. So why am I telling you the power of no? Because you're going to be told no all the time. When you try to pull yourself out of this situation, when you want to start to say, okay, I need to be an entrepreneur. I need to start taking control of my own destiny. When you start to think of that mindset, one thing you're going to have to understand and know as an entrepreneur is that you're going to be told no more times than you're going to be told yes. That is why we teach you in entrepreneurship, never, ever, ever quit. Don't give up on your goals, dreams, and aspirations, folks, because no is going to beat the hell out of you. But it's going to turn you into a monster. It's going to turn you into something that's going to create what you need to create to get yourself out of that situation. Am I making sense to you, folks? You guys hear what I'm saying here? That is the power of no. This is what you got to put in the comments. If you don't mind, put this in the comments. You got to put this in the comments, folks. Yes will build your business, but no's build your character. See, put that in the comments. Yes builds your business, no's build your character. So you got to see this, folks. You got to see this. Eddie Robinson, former Grambling University football coach, Hall of Famer. He went to the Hall of Fame for winning 408 games. He was interviewed years ago, and they asked him, how did he win 408 games? You know what his answer was? He said he had to lose more than 408. How do you beat a man like that? They asked him, how did he win 408 games? He said he had to lose more than 408. It's a numbers game, folks. That's all success is. It's about not quitting, and you have to do more. Zig Ziglar said once, if you do more than what you're paid for, eventually you'll be paid more for what you do. You guys understand this? I hope this is making sense to you all. And I'm sharing this with you because I talked about my project. I talked about what we're doing. I talked about technology. I talked about this recession. And now I'm going into our topic, the power of no. It's because I wanted you to see these things. Not just focus on the power of no, but focus on what I shared with you prior to me telling you this. Because it's going to take you to get yourself out of the situation, folks. It's going to take you to do that. Now, somebody might say, man, I've never been an entrepreneur before. I've never been in a situation, man, jobs just laying us off like crazy. We're in a recession. I've never been in a situation. What do I need to do? First, you got to start reading books on entrepreneurship. You can start with Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. There's another one by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You can get my book, Change Your Mind, Change Your Life by Jay Lee. Look it up on Amazon. It's right there. It's out there. It has a 4.5-star rating. It's helping people, right? Those things you have to realize. You have to change your mindset. You need a lifestyle transformation. Is what I went through last week. It's called a lifestyle reform. Transform your thinking. Because guess what? Guess what? Who you are today is not the person to reach the big goals that you set for yourself. You're going to have to go through some no's, baby. You're going to have to go through some resistance in life. How do you go to a gym and get stronger if you're lifting something that's not giving you any challenges, any resistance? That's what resistance is, folks. That's what resistance is. That's what resistance do. See, we got to remember something. For every goal you create, obstacles are also created. What are those obstacles for? Those obstacles are geared to turn you into the person you need to become in order for you to reach that goal. That's what the obstacles are there for. If you procrastinate, guess what happens? If you procrastinate on your goals, dreams, and aspirations that you created, those obstacles are going to come and find you anyway. So would you rather for those obstacles to find you working? Or would you rather for those obstacles to come find you sitting on your ass? Because if it finds you come sitting on your ass, then they're not obstacles anymore. They're problems. They're problems now. Because you didn't build up the momentum to deal with those problems when they got there. The obstacles when they got there. You guys get what I'm saying? I ain't saying. I'm just saying. So you got to go through some no's in life, folks. This recession at least is going to be a minimum of 18 months minimum. And most of you are not going to get your same jobs back when your jobs come back. Because guess what? Those companies are figuring out ways to do more with less. They're preparing themselves to not be in this situation ever again. If this ever happens again. They're preparing themselves. And how do they prepare themselves? But not bringing back 50% of their workers. You see, folks, you got to understand, Wall Street runs this country. Wall Street runs this country. So it doesn't matter who you vote for as president. They're following the same protocols of those folks upstairs. Same protocols. Doesn't matter. Wall Street runs this country, folks. And let me tell you how Wall Street looks when a company lays you off. When a company lays you off, their stock on Wall Street goes up. See, when you have people happy about a $15 minimum wage increase of minimum wage to $15, and they go, yeah, ho, woo, wait. They start doing a cabbage patch. Let me tell you something, folks. You gotta read. You gotta understand shit. What does that mean when the company? Do you think a company is going to pay you $15 to flip a hamburger? McDonald's, Wendy's, they've already put kiosk machines where you can make an order right on the kiosk. They got phone apps where you can put your order in on the phone app before you can get there and pick it up. Artificial intelligence. Is it going to take your job? Or are you going to be the job maker? See? So before a company pays all of their bottom line people $15 an hour, that's an increase of $7-something per person. Before they even think about paying that kind of money for a lot of people on the bottom level, they're going to do another layoff. And when they do another layoff, Wall Street sees an increase of their bottom line. They don't care how that company's bottom line got increased. They don't care. How did your bottom line increase? They don't care because as long as they making money, they're not gonna sit here and ask you, how did your bottom line go up? Tell us about it. Do you think they care? They don't care about a company's bottom line going up, as long as the company's bottom line go up. And they make more money on Wall Street. The stock on Wall Street goes up. So what's happening here? So most companies start with laying people off. When they lay people off, their bottom line increases. When their bottom line increases, their stock on Wall Street increases. And the powers that be, the big wigs, the ones that tell your presidents what to do, pretty much, they get richer. They don't care how many of you have lost your jobs. They don't care. This is why I've been preaching entrepreneurship to you guys for the past 15, 20 years. Look it up. Learn how Wall Street works. Learn about hedge funds and all this kind of stuff. And understand this. The 2008 recession, when most people have lost like 40% of their retirement, you know where your retirement is sitting? Your retirement actually sits in Wall Street. And when you lost 40% of your retirement, guess what? The brokers on Wall Street still gets paid. The brokers on Wall Street gets paid. Listen to this, folks. The brokers on Wall Street gets paid just like Big Pharma gets paid. And you might say, what you mean by how Big Pharma gets paid? Listen, whether Big Pharma's medicine works for you or not, whether their vaccines work for you or not, they still make money. That's why they were trying to push mandated vaccines for a fake-ass pandemic. In my opinion, fake-ass pandemic. Because I understand the economy. I understand how they try to operate. I understand business. It's big business. Big Pharma is big business. They've been losing money because a lot of people started going natural. They've been going toward the naturopathic way. So what do they need to do to jumpstart what they call charge up their cash flow? They got to force a vaccine. They want to push vaccines on you. That's Big Pharma's way. Did you know that they got law? They passed legislation where you can't sue Big Pharma if you get sick from any of their vaccines. Did you know that? You guys got to know the truth, man. You got to start reading. Start looking for people to entertain you and start reading. You got to do your own diligence. You got to pick up some books. Read the book called The Deep State. Read some books about the economy. Look up another book by Robert Kiyosaki called Conspiracy of the Rich. Read that book, man. Read it. See, there are several different ways of getting rich, but I prefer getting rich by helping people, not hurting people. It's easy to get rich by hurting people. That's not my way. I want to help you get rich. We're building a city where I'm going to be looking for a lot of black businesses that want to come over there and open shop over there. That's going to help people. And you're going to get millions and millions of dollars for it. In due time, I'm going to make that announcement that I'm going to be looking for black-owned businesses to take with me over there. I want to help my people. I don't want to just get rich. And I see Gail ain't rich. I see Stevie Woods, he ain't rich. And I don't want to get rich that way. I see Hope Wynn, who's watching right now from YouTube. She don't get rich. Lynn Martin, as a matter of fact, Lynn Martin is one of the first ones I'm bringing over there as a black owned. She has a marvelous idea for resorts. We're going to implement her idea of resorts over there, and where we're going, she's about to earn millions of dollars. You see what I'm saying? Stephanie Wynn, Evan, we got so many different people, man, that's on here watching right now. I want to see all of you guys gain wealth. I don't want to be the only one, because millionaires are created in layers. There are groups of them. It ain't like one millionaire by themselves. Listen, my top aides, my top people in my company, in my real estate development company for this project, is automatically going to become millionaires with this project. Their salary is going to be in the millions. My COO, my president, and I'm the CEO, but eventually I'm going to hire my own CEO and I'm going to become the chairman of the board. That's how we gain wealth. That's how we're supposed to do one another. The Chinese do it for each other. White people do it with each other, for each other. The Jews, they do it for each other. Indians, they do it for each other. Black people, we don't do that for each other. See, all those people, all those different ethnic groups, their children don't have to leave their community to get jobs. But our kids have to go everywhere to get jobs. You know why? Because we had to go everywhere to get jobs. It's time for that shit to stop. I'm getting ready to build the biggest, largest, and the smartest city in the entire world. Disney World currently sits on 30,000 acres of land. We're going to be by far have the biggest amusement park because our amusement park is going to sit on 250,000 acres of land. We want everything to be the biggest. You have a boat ride instead of a ferry to take you from Libya over into Greece. We're going to have a submarine to take you over from Libya to Greece. Technology that exists. There's some technology I haven't even named, and the reason why I won't name technology because it will rock your world so much you won't even believe it. So with that being said, folks, I hope this makes sense. I hope I was helpful to you guys. I hope you got the power of no, because I expect you to start expecting no's. Start looking for the no's because the no's is what's going to build your character. When that one yes hit, let me tell you something, that yes will be worth it. And when you get that one yes, you make that yes work for you and your client or your customer. And you give it everything you got to make sure that you are thriving. You see, folks, we're not made to survive. We're made to thrive. That's why we're here. You guys who are into the Bible says God gave us dominion over all things. But you know what the problem is? Most people let all things have dominion over them. That's why they're not finding success. So with that being said, folks, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you guys. And we have like 7 minutes over our time, so I don't want to keep you guys too long. Hope the conversation was good. We'll see you guys next Monday night at 9 p.m. on our Monday Motivational Power Talk. So do me a huge favor, share the video if you will, do a watch party, whatever it is you need to do. I really much appreciate you guys, but I want you to do me one bigger favor, and that is to sing like no one can hear you, dance like no one can see you, love like you've never been hurt, and live like it's heaven on earth. I love you, and the world needs you. So stop that damn texting and driving. Peace and blessings, folks. Have a great day.